monthly checks replacing Social Security, including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, and SSI benefits. Is this something we need to be concerned about? I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. Alright, as we all know, these monthly check programs specifically focused on the low income have been showing up all across the country over the last couple years, and as of right now, there are dozens and dozens of these programs currently in place. Just like robots taking over different industries, this is a major concern that fixed income beneficiaries are going to be replaced with monthly benefits and monthly check programs, and that's what I want to talk about here in the video, as that is a valid concern. So let's get into it and discuss what's going on. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so. And because I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm here for you right by your side each and every day, watching all this new information hitting the wire, doing the necessary research, and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what's actually going on, and most importantly, how it's going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course, anything showing up right now you can possibly grab and or take advantage of as a low income or fixed income beneficiary. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and also remember, I am here for you in any way that I can be. That's my dedication, that's my commitment, and as always, that is my promise to you and everybody right here in the community. All right, thanks again. Let's get into it and talk about monthly checks and fixed income beneficiaries. Do they mix? Do they replace each other? And what is actually going on, as these are some major concerns, and like I said, valid concerns, because I do know that a lot of you here in the community are fixed income beneficiaries, and these monthly check programs showing up all across the country are actually very popular. These programs started showing up in late 2019, and since then we've seen a lot of these programs popping up, and realistically we're going to see a lot more of these over the coming months and the next few years. We're going to see a lot of these programs showing up because we continue to see time and time again from all of these studies that follow these monthly check programs. They're very popular, they're very effective, and they get the money into the pockets of the people that actually need the money, like the low income and those individuals out there in dedicated areas all across the country. So a lot of these programs are popping up, and I want to point out one more thing really quickly as well. By the end of this next year, all of these states that are sitting on billions upon billions of dollars that were sent to them by the federal government, they either need to spend it or send it back. Well, I can tell you this much, they're going to spend it because they don't want to send it back. So as a result of that, we're going to see a lot more of these programs popping up, probably why we've seen so many dozens of these programs popping up here just over the last couple of years, because they need to. Essentially, they need to do these programs because this is a way that they can actually get this money out, and they don't need to send it back, provided they're technically spending it, right? So anyway, we can talk about all those details in a separate video, but just want to throw that out there really quickly. But let's quickly talk about fixed income benefits compared to these monthly check programs. Are they the same thing? And what is the likelihood of these fixed income benefit programs, like those that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Social Security, retirement, SSDI, survivors, and SSI benefits, actually being replaced? All right, so let's look at the differences really quickly. So all those benefits I just mentioned are administered by the Social Security Administration. Some of them are, because of maybe you've worked for, many, many years, you've paid in through Social Security taxes, and again, you're receiving your Social Security retirement benefit. Or maybe you've been working and became disabled on the job. Again, SSDI benefits, or survivors benefits, or maybe SSI. You're an older adult, or you're somebody who maybe is younger than the age of 65, and again, maybe because of a disability and, limited income and resources, maybe somebody receiving SSI benefits. Now, here's the thing. All of these benefits are administered by the Social Security Administration. So That's what encompasses all of those programs. However, let's talk about these monthly check programs. Now, as of right now, these are administered on either the state-by-state level, the county level, the city level, and in some locations just on the locality level, right? So on a very small scale. So that's what's going on with these monthly check programs. However, there is talk from some lawmakers that they want to implement these monthly check programs on a nationwide basis. In other words, administered by the federal government, going out to virtually everybody across the entire country, right? Based on income thresholds, right? So We do know that that's a thing that some lawmakers do want. However, as of right now, they have not been implemented yet, but this is something the lawmakers do want to implement at some point. All right, so you can clearly see the differences here. Some of these check programs are administered on a very small scale on, the state, county, or city level. Meanwhile, the other benefits I mentioned, the fixed income benefits, are administered by the Social Security Administration. Now, here's what it comes down to. As far as fixed income benefits actually being replaced, I'm going to say this much. No, there's no way. These fixed income benefits are not going to be replaced by a monthly check program. However, let me show another little bit of a silver lining behind all of this, because this could be a situation that actually does play out at some point. Now, again, no guarantees. I have no clue what they're going to do or what the rules might be when they actually roll out one of these monthly check programs, maybe on a nationwide level or in your local area, in your state or your city, your county, things like that. But remember, these monthly check programs are administered to those individuals who are qualifying by their income. In other words, their low income, right? All of these monthly check programs are focused on the low income. They're never, ever focused on higher income people, ever. You never see a program that pops up and says, this is a monthly check program specifically focused on millionaires. Not happening, okay? It's not a thing, okay? It is not a thing. They're always focused on the low income. However, when it comes down to it, in some instances, fixed income beneficiaries may be eligible to receive some of these monthly checks, provided they are actually eligible in your area, or in your state, your county, your city, whatever it happens to be. However, in the event that they implement these ongoing monthly checks on a nationwide basis, again, administered by the federal government, guess what? Fixed income beneficiaries, provided the eligibility is based yet again on income, guess what would happen? Well, fixed income beneficiaries may actually be able to get both benefits. Your fixed income benefit administered by the Social Security Administration. Again, whatever kind of benefit you're getting, could be retirement, SSDI, survivors, or SSI. They're all administered by Social Security. And at the same time, you may actually also be able to get some of these monthly checks administered on a nationwide level in the event that they actually do start administering those at some point, or provided that they come in your local area at some point. So that's kind of the silver lining behind all this is no, monthly check programs will highly unlikely replace any of these other fixed income benefits. It's just not happening. There's just no way that it could happen anytime soon. Maybe at some point in the future, maybe like a very, very long time from now, there could be some kind of concessions on that, because we do know that Social Security has some major financial issues going ahead, and maybe in like a long, long time, like 10, 15, 20, 30 years, something like that, maybe they would implement some type of nationwide guaranteed basic income program that is just all-encompassing. And maybe that's something way out in the future that replaces some of these fixed income programs. But as of right now, not happening. It's not going to happen anytime soon. This is not a major concern. This is not something that I would be worried about at all when it comes to fixed income benefits. However, as a fixed income beneficiary, you might be looking at these monthly check programs thinking, this is kind of good, and I'm licking my chops because this could be a pretty good thing, because in some instances, you may actually be eligible to get checks from both programs, because remember, just like the stimulus checks that we got over the last few years here, those were all based on income. It was all income based, right? Same thing that goes with these monthly check programs, and in the event that they do implement one of these on a nationwide level, again, it'll all be based on incomes. Therefore, if your income is below a certain threshold, whether it's earned income, W-2 income, 1099, or whatever it happens to be, again, income is income. Doesn't really matter where it comes from in most instances when it comes down to these monthly check programs and things like that, hey, you might actually be able to grab benefits from both of them. So that's kind of the silver lining here. And I wanted to mention that because it's actually kind of exciting to think about in the event that one of these programs actually is implemented. So that's what it really comes down to. And again, I just want to make it very clear. If this is something you're concerned about, I wouldn't be concerned about your fixed income benefits being replaced at all. Remember, Social Security benefits, you've earned those benefits. You paid in years and years, probably decades and decades that you've been working, paying through Social Security payroll taxes. You've earned those benefits. They are very much your benefits that you have earned. Therefore, they're coming back to you now that you've claimed them. So in this event, I just can't imagine anything would be happening. However, I do want to throw that out there really quickly, which is who knows? Maybe at some point in the far out distant, future, maybe a very long time from now, 15, 20, 30 years from right now, maybe they look at Social Security and say, you know what, this program worked very well while it was around, but Social Security, maybe this isn't working anymore. And they could say, you know what, let's set up a guaranteed basic income program all across the entire country, and this would be all encompassing and maybe phase out Social Security at that point. But again, highly unlikely. I'm just simply saying, maybe because Social Security has so many major issues with it as far as insolvency and financial issues, maybe this is something that they explore way out into the future. But that's going to be a very long time from now, if ever. And again, I don't even want to say that this is going to be a thing for sure. I'm just simply saying maybe because of all the major financial issues, they might actually come up with something and say, okay, Social Security was a really good program, but we're going to do this instead at some point. But I seriously wouldn't even consider that as of right now or any time for the next very long time, many years into the future. So this is what it really comes down to. As of right now, fixed income benefits are not going to be replaced by any of these monthly check programs. Not happening. But on the flip side, maybe as a fixed income beneficiary, you could take advantage of some of these monthly check programs. And again, like how I reversed that a little bit, I like it, right? Because that's a lot better. Rather than being replaced, we're actually grabbing some of those monthly checks, right? Sounds pretty good to me. Where do we sign up, right? Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. So, of course, I'll continue watching all this. Of course, all of these monthly check programs that are popping up all across the country, I'll continue to bring those to your attention as I get more details on any of them. There's a lot of them that continue to pop up. And there's a lot more that are out there right now that they are considering implementing at some point very soon. And of course, a nationwide level, of course, I'll continue to bring that to your attention right away as I do get more details as well. So hope this one helps you to kind of better understand what's going on and kind of addressing some of the concerns out there from fixed income beneficiaries. Unlike robots replacing different industries, fixed income beneficiaries are not going to be replaced anytime soon. This is not a concern, nothing that I'd be worried about at all as of right now. So hope this one helps you. Of course, as I do get more details on anything that we can possibly grab and or take advantage of, I'll bring it to your attention. So again, subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss any videos going forward. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, have a good one, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.